Miss Renee,
Miss Renee Show.
I like how you sing it.
Thank you, Mustafa.
Girl, I like how you sing it now.
Thank you, Mustafa.
And where we at now?
Miss Renee Show.
We finally launched, y'all. Come on now. Oh my goodness. Bravo and congratulations to Dr. Lance London, the mastermind entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, just a lover of people and a huge pour into the earth, humanitarian. He's just all that in a bag of chips, y'all. He just launched Navetica, your pet's choice. I'm so excited. And we are in phase 2 of training, and then phase 3 will be September 4th. We'll be able to share these wonderful, revolutionary, and innovative products and services with you. Yes. All right. Listen, it's a beautiful day out there, but woo, it takes something to come here from where I live. But I love doing it. I love this family. WLVS, they always make sure I'm okay. They print up my show. They just are the bomb.com. I love, love, love WLVS. Jacob, my partner, yes. And Jeremy and the whole, it's Rael. Do I say it right, Rael? Rahel. After she's like a black Marilyn Monroe, y'all. She just put the spice and the diva up in WLVS. Is she here?
You're a black Marilyn Monroe.
That's a compliment, diva. Come here, Rael. Come here, because I always mess up your name. Come here, girl. Come on up here for a minute now. Y'all got to meet this girl. There's a lot of men here, y'all, so she had to sweeten up the pie. Here she go. Woo!
Oh, you're so sweet.
I love you.
One of our sweetest and best and favorite broadcasters.
Oh,
It's such an honor that you brought me up on your show.
Thank you. I love you. So let me tell you, behind the scenes is all that here at WLVS. They really grind and hustle to make sure each show is treated just the creme de la creme. And speaking of shows, we have a wonderful show in store for you today. I have been trying my darndest to get the Light Trio, the acapella trio, The Light, here for probably 2 or 3 months. And they're here! Yeah! They're going to perform live. I have a wonderful show ahead. Marquita, who was referred to me by my dear friend and friend to the show, Tallulah, yes, from BET and all that. And we also have a wonderful, I think I'm saying it right, animator and illustrator. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. Avian is what I think. Is it Avian? Yeah. Avian, who I met at the launch of Navetica, and she was working it, y'all. And I have my illustration too, so you'll see that. So listen, I just wanted to say welcome to the show and to the nation's capital. We are located right across from Howard University.
You know.
Yeah. Where my niece Shayna Calandro graduated. I love Howard University. And I just wanted to tell you, so many things have happened this past weekend, but one in particular was Mo Dukas, his DC Swim Week. My God. We had the wonderful Kira McCullough, who is Miss USA 2017. We had Leia, who's been on the show and has a show with WLVS, who is Mrs. DC America 2018. And do we have that picture of I'm not sure if I sent it to you, but you know that beautiful Beauty and Brains. So it was just wonderful. I have been with Mo Duckus for 4 years, since the beginning of DC Swim Week, and it was full house at the French Embassy, and I was able to host the finale the third day. But up until this year, I was really working and hustling too hard. So he gave me a break with all these beautiful women, and I just brought it home and wrapped it up on Saturday. What a wonderful production. Congratulations to Mo Duckus for Black Nights Entertainment. Just wonderful. I'll probably have pictures next week because I didn't have any pictures this week. Also, what else do we have here? Oh, We Model, the competition. Our girl, Patricia Watts. Yes. And Nancy Alert. Do you have that one, sir? Yes. We, W-E, Model, I think is how I put it up there. And I have a whole new email I sent you of all the other pictures, Jacob. So you should have three emails. But We Model with Patricia Watts is going to be this Friday. It's going to be at the Women's Museum. It's like New York and New Hampshire, somewhere around that vicinity. A very exclusive, top-notch production. And I'll be co-hosting with Lamont Easter. You know him, Mr. Actor, Mr. Extraordinaire. We're going to have a ball. So listen, I want to get this show started. If we come up with the flyers, we'll show you during the break. And one of my favorite entertainers, but now the lights in competition now. They're in competition. But you know the first guest 3.5 years ago, Silver Logan Sharp, the former singer of Freak Out, The Chic. Right, yes. She's going to grace our commercial with one of her songs from the CD, The Groovement. I hope you enjoy it.
Not for me, but the wind is right, we can sail away, find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see, believe me. It's not far to Never Land, no reason to pretend that if the wind is right, we can find the joy of innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see, believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Carry me, soon I will be free. Fantasy, it gets the best of me when I'm sailing. Yeah. All caught up in the reverie, every word is a symphony. Won't you believe me? Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Dreaming the wind to carry me, soon I will be free. You're gonna be free. Hey. You're gonna be so free. Yeah.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome, 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 as Carolina Kitchen says, to the Renee Allen and Friends show. I am sitting here with none other than Marquita Gaskin, and I want you to tell them how we met.
So we have a mutual friend, Tallulah Anderson. Shout out to Lula. I love her. She's amazing.
Yes, yes. Tallulah, she's does a lot of great things here for the Renee Allen and Friends show, and we support each other a lot. And so when she said she had someone phenomenal for me to meet, I just jumped right on it. And you are an amazing person, and you're young.
Oh,
and you're
thank you.
young.
Thank
Let me
you.
turn this off. So, so tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so my name is Marquita, like she said, and I have my own podcast called Marquita in Your Business, and I also do one-on-one coaching with business owners and entrepreneurs. So I actually work with Tallulah on her nonprofit, 2 for 2 Boobs.
Yes.
And so we've been working to get that out and prepare for her big event in October to celebrate breast cancer awareness. So that's what I'm doing.
She has a nice team around her.
She does.
You know, it tells you a lot about how she is and how her heart is.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So how did you start this? I did read a little bit of your bio, and I know you went through some things and wanted to inspire women, but let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
How did all this birth?
Well, I'm originally from Washington, D.C. area.
All right. I heard you have to get a Washingtonian now. Give me some.
And I'm from Anacostia, too.
Oh!
Okay, so I moved to LA 4 years ago. I just moved back to the city in May.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And so in LA, I went through like a life transition. I was in the legal field. I was a paralegal. And I couldn't find work initially. Then I finally found work, and I kept getting fired. And that was like devastating to me because I've always kept the job and just had a great work ethic. So I didn't know what was wrong, what was the thing. But I realized I was super East Coast, and the West Coast is a whole different language.
Yeah.
And I didn't speak it quite yet. And so I was a little bit rough around the edges. And so anyway, I went on a search for like purpose. I was like, okay, well, God, what do you want me to do? And so
yes.
I just started going on soul searching, and I discovered my gift was my gab in human connection, and I always just have a thing for getting information out of people, and then I'm good at sharing information from people. So that's how it got started. And then I started my podcast, my web series, and then it just started cultivating itself into coaching and making sure that women know that they don't have to stick to the cookie cutter list.
Yeah, won't he do it? All you gotta do is ask him. All you gotta do. Yeah, people make it so complicated. It's that easy.
And initially I was the behind the scenes girl, so I still love being behind the scenes, but he was like, no more. I need
You
you
out
in the
now.
front.
You
I know,
out now.
I know.
Yeah.
That's my theme song, Diana Ross, I'm coming out this year.
Maybe Jacob can find it. I love Diana Ross. So, in your coming out, what has been one of your biggest triumphs when it comes to women and talking with women and pouring into women?
For all of us, I think just everybody is worthiness. Knowing that you're worthy enough already, knowing that you already have, knowing that you have the information already inside of you. You don't have to look outside of yourself. That you already know, and we always just want to seek validation from the outside. But you know all the answers. You already know what you need to do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You know, she looks so young that I'm kind of putting my questions, but you have so much wisdom at such a young age.
Yeah. I'm 30, so I mean.
Well, you look like you're 21.
I know, thank you.
Without the makeup, you could go for 17.
Thank you, I know.
But that's good. Like that don't crack.
I pull that when people try to talk to me that's really old. I'm like, look, I'm 17.
Oh my God. So listen, what do you want to tell the women out there who are broken, who don't have a coach, who are looking for an answer, who don't maybe even know the Lord? What do you say to them?
Get still with yourself. Shut down all the noise and just really spend time with yourself. Listen to yourself, that gut instinct. This is my shirt. I did it scared. Do things afraid, one step at a time, because fear is always going to be there. And so to overcome that fear, you have to just take the steps.
Wow. I mean, that's just some wisdom there.
Oh,
you
thank
know,
you.
You know, what did your shirt say again?
I did it scared.
I did it scared.
Yeah.
Explain that.
So my motto is trust your gut, don't overthink, and do it scared.
Just do it, right?
Yeah. And so that's what I mean. You just have to keep pressing on. I mean, like this, not comfortable, but I do it scared. So I just have to be an example for the people that, and help inspire them by doing things afraid myself. So I stand by what I preach.
See, it's that smile, y'all. Because she doesn't feel, look, I'm right next to her. I don't feel any kind of scaredness up in
See?
here.
I know how
just
to
see
fake the
smiles.
front.
I see love. I feel spirit.
Yes,
Well, how do they
definitely.
get a hold of you?
You can follow me on all social media platforms at I am Marquita G. You can find me on YouTube, Marquita in Your Business, and
I love that.
and my podcast is also Marquita in Your Business, the podcast, where I interview business owners and entrepreneurs and women, all women on my podcast. And I do women and men on my video series. So follow me there and check me out at marquitaj.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I shall, and I want you to do the same. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for being on the
Awesome.
show.
Thank you.
All right. Don't go anywhere.
Chips. To my mother, I wanna know have I made you proud. And to my father, I wanna know have I ever been a problem child. And to my pastor, I've been trying to be in church a little more. And to my lady, just have patience, God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I may have hurt wrong. I've done, but putting it behind me. There are some things I gotta get right. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? What would it say on my progress report? I wonder what it would say. To all my teachers, thanks for taking extra time out with me. To my producer, thanks for keeping a young fella on the beat. And to the soldiers, going out there and risking your life for me. And to my lady, just have patience, cause God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I forgot to mention. Come and look at my long list. There are some things I gotta eventually get to you. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? I know I've done more good than bad. Oh, I know, but for some reason I feel there's so much room for improvement. So I'ma go find those burnt bridges. There are some things I gotta get back up again. Loose ends need to be tied. I gotta tie it all up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night.
All right. That was Michael Winans with Progress Report. And I love that song so much because each day and each decade we grow into different people and different realms of our lives. And it talks about your progress report, you know, your mom, your dad, your preacher, your teacher, you know, and I just love that song. So thank you for blessing us with that, Michael Winans. I am sitting here now with another extraordinary woman, and I met her at the Navetica launch. Yes! Navetica, your pet's choice, right? You won't never forget that, will you?
Nope.
And it's Avion, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Avion. And are you an illustrator, an animation?
I'm an animator, a character animator. I'm a filmmaker, and I started my career with illustration, like
Yes.
caricatures and that.
I love it. I love it. And you know, could you pass me? I think it's right here. I'm sorry. I think it's
It is.
right here. I think I brought it with me.
Lord.
Oh, bam! This was me, and I used to have a dog named King, and yes, and so I showed you the picture,
Okay.
and so if you could do a close up, Jacob, this was at the Navetica launch, and I was one of the MCs, and what Dr. London did, because it's all about your pets and pet lovers around the world. They're having 1, 2, and 3 pets now. Young millennials are having less children, more pets, and it's just the industry is just booming. So yes, recession proof. And so she was there, and she did these illustrations.
Yeah,
Caricatures for us, and I loved it. I'm gonna frame that. So how did you get started?
Doing caricatures in 3rd grade.
Did she say 3rd grade?
Yeah. Yes.
Glory to God.
I always wanted to, like, I used to watch a lot of Disney, and I said I wanted to make Mickey dance. You know, like I wanted to be able to do that myself, and so I would just, you know, start with drawing my friends and drawing people in the neighborhood. I'm from Buffalo, New York, and so everybody knows you're there.
Yeah.
So I would just draw like obsessively to the point where I would get sent to the office because you're not supposed to be drawing in class.
Right, doodling they used to call it. Well, I guess I'm dating myself. Go ahead.
Yes, doodling like that, and just it was an obsession. Like after, and so my mother put me into cartooning classes, and then I just wanted to get like better. Like when people were outside playing, I would be drawing, and just got really obsessed. And then I went to Howard and to
Right across the
study
street,
animation.
y'all, ain't you? You gotta say, you know, real big.
You know.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were starting an animation program. When I was looking at I went on an HBCU tour, and Howard was the only HBCU that had
All right,
animation.
Howard.
I was like, wow, I have
Yes.
to go here. I fell in love with HU.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I fell in
Yeah.
love with you at the launch.
thank you.
Yes, and you're so humble.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a
like celebrating
filmmaker.
people.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
People.
So,
Yeah.
why do you do this?
I have a company called Laugh at Life Tunes where it's about celebrating life because there's a lot of struggle from the day to day, trying to find a job.
The bell
trying to
won't
do
even
this.
gonna look. Yes,
And
Lord.
if you just could have an image, or even if caricatures is always seen as like fun, but if you can have an image that celebrates you and celebrates your life, it reminds you of the memorable moments that means a lot to me, to have that piece right in your home where you can just celebrate and have something to relax and look at. So we like to make memorable pieces. As far as the illustration, we like to make like memorable, fun, loving pieces that even if you have someone that's passed on, you can have a moment that you didn't have, or have a moment that you did have, and just recreate that scene in your life.
Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. So this was a scene, real time, and you also will take pictures and make them for caricatures for people who have passed on.
Yeah, like a more realistic, like painting type of
I
black
like
and white
that.
or color, to celebrate some form of your life or empower you. Like have an image there, whether it be some people want it on their bed sheets, some people want it on their cup, or or just the traditional campus.
Wow, I didn't even know that. My dad passed a year and a half ago, so I want to talk to you about that. I want to actually pay you to do that for me and my dad.
Oh,
If you
be
wouldn't
an
mind.
honor.
Yeah.
Wow, something like father and
I never
daughter.
thought about that, and that would
Yeah.
be so nice to have on my wall to look at every day.
Oh, wonderful!
Yeah.
I'm sure there's lots of memories there.
There's lots of memories, but he passed of throat cancer, so that memory is in
that-
my mind. So I need a
yeah.
caricature of yours to uplift the
Realistic.
spirit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, thank you,
To celebrate
Jesus.
him.
Oh Lord,
Yeah,
that's nice. You got me now. Okay, so
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
talk about. You said that Howard had just started an animation.
I know everybody does that.
Animation.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Now, you would think that was a tongue twister.
My mother did that too.
She did?
Animation.
Well, kudos
That's
to your
fine.
mother, first of all, for recognizing the talent. Is she
Oh,
still alive
thanks.
with us?
Oh, she's transitioned.
Oh, well, well, glory to God, and thank you, Mom, up there in heaven for that, because it's important
Thank
for
you.
parents to recognize things,
yes,
because if she
ma'am.
hadn't, you may not be here.
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
blessing these people and families myself.
Oh, I'm honored.
You know?
I'm honored, definitely.
So let's talk about some of the things you're doing. Of course, Nevetica. And where do you, what's next for you?
I wrote a feature. 'Cause my main thing is animated film. Back in my freshman year of Howard, and I came back because I was living in Canada for a while, and I just missed DC so much.
I love Canada.
I came back. Oh,
I love
Toronto?
DC too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yes.
My girlfriend lives somewhere there.
Yeah.
Hi, Lena.
Okay, Lena. Okay, she's cold. Oh no, it's warm.
I prefer DC.
I know. Yes. Oh my gosh, I missed it so much.
Well, welcome
I came
back to you too. Our first guest, Marquita. She just got back from LA. You just getting back from Canada. Well,
Yes.
welcome home.
Everybody said, "Where'd you come back for?" Yes. Oh, that's great. Oh, so she just got back from LA. Okay.
Y'all
so
have
everybody-
to connect.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, that's great. Wow. That's
So I
great.
was saying,
Welcome.
what was next for you? We keep, I'm having too much fun up here with you. So what's next for you? What are you doing?
Well, I'm working on a feature called Appetite for Accents. I've had shorts, short films presenting the characters in film festivals. The Pan-African Film Festival. My mentor is Tanya Lee Williams. She's she's on The Young and the Restless. She's she owns a film festival in Canada called the Real World Film Festival, and she really pretty much pushed me. She's very much a pusher. Like, you need to get those films down here and get them in the film festival.
Well, good for her.
So she can start networking.
Yeah,
So I
everyone
didn't know
needs a
what
pusher.
networking. Yeah, so I did that, and then she put them in other film festivals that she's affiliated with. And so now I'm just trying to get the feature finished. It's been a long time coming.
Well, we'll have to have you back.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll have to have you back, and we'll play that I'm down by the river.
Oh.
That's when you come back, we're
that's
going
what
to
they
play that, and then we're going to play your
Nevetica,
feature.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, finally. Oh, so I gotta take account of, okay.
Any
Yeah,
last
'cause-
words you want to say?
Thank you for having me here. I mean, to be with all these wonderful people. And
Oh, you're well. I told you she was
inspiration. always
humble. I love her
Howard
humility.
People. Yeah, and just the
Thank
DC.
you for being on this show.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
And how can they get a hold of you?
Well, right now it's under my name, Avion Akanbi. Should I spell it?
Yes.
I know.
Slowly.
A is in Apple, V is in Victor, I is in India, O is in Oscar, N Nancy E, Akanbi. A is in Apple, K is in Kite, A is in Apple, N is Nancy, B is in boy, I. I've been doing this I have a film about this, like where the lady just keeps spelling her name forever.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so
Yeah.
much. You will remember that name. She has some great things ahead, and we will support you. So thank you again,
Ma'am.
and God
Thank
bless
you
you.
for your valuable time.
Thank you. Well, listen, before we go into break, we're going to look at one of her short films.
Yes.
It's an animation one, right?
Yes.
I love this too because it has happened to each and every one of us, whether you're young or an adult. So enjoy, and we'll be right back with The Light. welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends Show here on WLVS Radio in the nation's capital on a beautiful Sunday evening across from Howard University. How
HU.
better does it get than that?
HU.
You know.
You know?
Yes. Who's the alumni?
I'm an alumni of Howard.
My goodness, so was our last guest, Avion. Listen, I'm so excited, y'all, because I've been trying to get Terrence Hope and the a cappella trio, The Light, on for months. They are extraordinary. You will see that after our interview. And I just want to say welcome, guys, to the Renee Allen and Friends Show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to be
you.
here.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.
Yes, so Terrence, I'm going to lead to you because you know the gentleman, etc. And just introduce yourself. And gentlemen, if you don't mind introducing yourself, then I'm going to come back to you to explain everything.
Okay, sure
Yeah.
enough. Well, at the end, sorry about that.
Oh, the
Over on the
microphone
end there,
loves
we've
you.
got Nels Olson. Nels Olson on bass.
Hello. That's me.
Trio a cappella, The Light. And in the center here, we have our lead vocalist, Mr. Herbert Johnson.
Thank you.
Herbie Love. That's what we call him.
He said Herbie Love.
And
And yourself?
And I'm Terrence Hope.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep hope alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me start with you, Terrence. How did you come together?
Yeah. Well, it's a good story. I'll tell you that.
time ago.
Many
Trying to
years
get them,
ago.
so sorry.
Sure. I had a singing group called Peace of Mind, and Peace of Mind was missing a tenor. So we were in search for a lead tenor, or another breakout tenor. I met a friend of mine named Kevin Williams, and he said, "Hey, come with me to a barbecue with me and my friends in the church, and we got lots of singers there. Come interview." And then so we got there, and a lot of guys there were singers. They were pretty good. And after about 2 hours,
Wow.
I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, not bad. I said, you guys got anybody else? I might choose one of these guys. Oh yeah, we got one more guy. Hey, Herbert, get that guy from the back. What's he doing? Playing video games. I'm there for 2 hours auditioning people, and this guy, so he comes out, stands in the middle of the room, And listen, don't let him get a blown up head right here. Because this is where he gets out of order, But, he gets in the room, they say, Herbert, they want to get you for a group, see you sing a little something. He sings something a cappella. And the kid opened his mouth and sung something. I tell you the truth, my jaw hit the ground. The boy can sing.
Wow.
All right? So, HU.
And Well, speaking of that, what a great segue into being the lead vocal. How did you feel when you met him and that moment had occurred, and then thereafter? Let's talk about that.
Well, it's funny. I was at the cookout and I met Terrence, and I was like, man, someone called me from the front. Who is that guy? It was like 3 other people there, and Terrence was sitting in the front. And so I came out and sung a couple of songs, and it was like, okay, he's in the group.
That quick.
That quick.
Wow.
So, we started a few rehearsals, and I sung with a couple other groups before. Our church had a lot of dynamic groups at the time.
Yes.
We had one guy that used to sing with Heat Wave. We had another guy named Keith Wilder, who recently passed, who used to sing with Heat Wave, and we had a guy, Roy Carter. So I sung with a group previous to that called Beats, Rhythm, and Vocal, which was another a cappella group. But I wanted something that was where we can create our own type of sound.
There you go.
And Terrence had the same mindset, and so we started writing music and doing things together, and which has been great. So It's been a long time.
Yeah, that's amazing. And they say we're 3 minds. What do they say? I know you know that part.
3 chords are not easily broken.
Yes.
There we go.
3
Yes.
strings.
So the third.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you play in here, and how did you become a part of the group?
Well, that's a really great question. There was a time when our church was putting together a men's choir, a cappella choir. So we started having auditions. I came out for a rehearsal, and my acceptance process was a little bit different than hers. I came in, I wasn't really all that rhythmic back in the day. I grew up, singing doo-wop and classical music, so I didn't know a lot about gospel and R&B. So I came in with what I thought would be a nice little bass line for the song. I got The Hand from somebody I'm not going to mention anything.
That came from me. That came from me.
We know,
Here at
Mr.
this
Harris.
table, we're not going to name any names.
Perfectionist
And I was like,
over here.
okay. So I tried to come in again. I got The Hand. So I had to sneak in with a little tenor part. I just held this high tenor note way up there.
Oh,
And people
come
like,
on now.
Who's doing that part? I said, that was me. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going to keep you in the group. And eventually I convinced them to let me sing bass.
To stay?
So
Oh, hey.
the rest is history.
Yeah, this perfectionist right here. So that's a good thing, though, because you want to look good, sound good, and be good, right? Yes. So, guys, anybody can chime in. Probably all three of you. But how do you all get along, and how do you and how do you determine which songs you're singing, including tonight?
That's funny. That's a long process.
Because you see, we are family, and every now and then family will bump heads.
Yes,
There'll
yes.
be little misunderstandings, and then one person has to kind of like call the peace treaty.
And that
bring
would be
people back
Terrence Hope
together.
again, right?
No, it's usually me.
Oh, you? Oh, that's amazing. There's a lot of inside joking
There's a
going
lot of
on,
inside
y'all. A lot
joking
of
going on
inside
here.
joking. That's
a
good,
little
though.
bit.
Yeah,
As long as
yeah.
y'all are laughing, that's great.
No, we've been together for a long time. I think, and it's funny, we used to be 5 of us at one time.
Almost
and
6.
And then almost 6. So we have grown, expanded, and but we stayed together because we always did certain solo projects that we worked on, and Terrence, working with Terrence, we think alike in terms of musically. Our mindset is, okay, what sounds good? What is that sweet sound?
That's a blessing. Yeah.
And we put in the work ethic to make sure that happens. So it's a lot of rehearsals. It was one time we used to rehearse 4 or 5 times a week. And
3 hours a day.
3 hours a day after work. So
My God, yeah. It takes sacrifice, commitment and all that. My mentor, Dr. London, tells people what you are a part of is sacrifice. Lack of sleep and everything that goes along with it. So if you really want something, that's what you have to do. He just told me that this morning.
That's true.
Yeah. So look, we have about 16 minutes, and I want to make sure that you get all of this love that I enjoyed today, because I was online and I love it. Encouraged me. The Kennedy Center, y'all were doing it. So y'all are getting ready to hear live right here on WLVS, Renee Allen and Friends Show. So we're going to take a short break. Well, first of all, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can give me a call at 240-758-3293. That's 240-758-3293. Or check us out on Facebook on our Facebook fan page, WeLoveTheLight.com. That's Facebook.com/WeLoveTheLight.
We love the light. That's my little cameo right there. Well, when we come back, you will hear from the light.
Amen.
Stay right there.
thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well, you won't be the last, knowing you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. As long as you, yeah, say yeah, say we gon' dance the night away. We gon' love the way. What good is love if your heart is where it stays? Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away? Ooh, every night. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show. I am standing here with The Light. I'm so excited. Finally here, singing a cappella. Enjoy the light.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glad to be here at WLVS Radio, Washington, D.C. Be encouraged, my soul, and let us journey on. For the night is dark, and I am far from home. Thanks be to God, the morning light appears. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. The storm is passing over. 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 And let us journey on. Oh yeah, for the night is dark, and I am far from home. Oh yeah, thanks be to God, the morning light appears. Oh yeah, the storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. Yeah. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. The storm is passing over. And let us journey on. Oh yeah, for the night is dark. Thank you so much. Sing directly to me.
In the jungles of myself, crossing the lines in the plain, riding high in the ocean, going through the safari, in the sometimes I wonder, try to put the pieces together, get a vision of this life, this world we live in, sitting by the shore, as the light shines, in the beginning, in the beginning, you will see the light of day. Oh,
Miss Renee Show. Hey, Miss Renee Show. Will